What's up, guys? Here I am with my goofy ass gloves and my jacket. It was freezing in Monterrey. It was just way too cold. I couldn't do anything really except for get some images, but they weren't even that pretty because it was all cloudy and stuff. But Monterrey is a city in the north of Mexico. It's got around 1.1 million people living in it. It's got a handful of interesting attractions like this passway, which I just realized was shot twice. My B, guys. It's kind of known for meat consumption. It's also an industrial city, so it's got a lot of commerce, international airport, you name it, it's got it. It's that was one of the things that they recycled, trash that recycled. Pretty interesting images of a dude here, and then what else we got? A bridge. We're leaving on a bridge. This is cold water. It's never been that cold in Monterrey, according to what I gathered. It snowed. It was snowing while we were there, so I figured I'd show the cold water. Here's me saying, oh yeah, well, it's too cold for us to ride on a boat. We're definitely not going to ride on a boat. And then funny story is, I'm like, yeah, we're not going to ride on a boat. We're not going to. And then that says later that afternoon we're riding on a boat. So that was me being mistaken. My travel buddy Nico convinced me to ride on a boat, and so we ride on a boat. This is called the pathway of San Jose.
Santa Lucia.
Oh, Saint Lucia, if you will. So we're just riding around, taking it in. That dude was giving us all kinds of information, but couldn't really understand that well. Then I did this awesome epic time lap of the Saint Lucia path or riverway, whatever you want to call it. It's a canal, I guess would be the most accurate, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. Waiting for the scene change here, and then here's Nico letting us know what we're actually doing, and then here I am at the Parque of Fundidores, which is the Founders Park, which was actually a steel factory for the longest time until the city was like, well, this steel factory is in the middle of our city. That's not that cool. We're going to take it down and make it green. So they did that essentially. Here's some shots of me riding on the back of a golf cart. And then there's a big, So then there's me and my buddy. We're just riding around on the back of that golf cart. That dude was really cool. He's like, hey, you want to ride? We're like, yes, of course we do. Because it was -3 Fahrenheit. No, it was 28 Fahrenheit. -3 would be way too cold. But yeah, we're just having a good time. My buddy's like, yeah, ride around with me. You're going to have a ride in style. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And so this is one of the many big randomly placed skyscrapers that you'll see at any given part of Monterrey. This is the map of our trajectory up until now. We're taking the time to explain what we're going, where we're going, what our route is. This map is unfortunately only of Mexico, and my camera couldn't focus that well. But that's where we were recording, or that's where we started in Mexico from. Well, actually, this is where I started, and that's where I picked up Nico. So I started in Kentucky, picked him up from Miami, and then this is when we crossed the border into Mexico. Or this is where the actual journey starts in San Antonio, Texas. Then we got the border with Mexico, Laredo, and then Nuevo Laredo. And then we took that all the way down to Monterrey, which, I don't know why it's taking so long for us to get there, but yeah, we're trying to show you that we're going from Nuevo Laredo to Monterrey. And then, yay, woohoo, we arrived in Monterrey. Man, this is a long scene. My B, guys. I don't know why it's taking us so long to explain all this. These aren't even very good shots. But our next location that we're aiming for, once the focus gets right, is San Miguel de Allende, which is a cool little quaint mountain town that apparently, is worth taking a long time to show a map of. Hard to focus on too with my camera, but yeah, that's where we're going. This scene needs to be cut, but I got 25,000 subscribers. Don't hate me for this, but it could have been better. There we go. Anyway, so here we are the next day, and we're leaving San Miguel de Allende. Just having some friendly dialogue back and forth. Yes, we like Monterrey. It was cool. It was snowing. It was cold, and we're excited to go to San Miguel de Allende. Man, I can't believe how much I talk. It's funny, I'm talking a lot now, but watching myself talk is man, what was I even trying to say? I don't even know if I don't. Oh, snow. It did snow a lot in Monterrey. That is an actual valuable shot because you'll never see that, or not. You won't see that frequently. But then I was like, you know what? The people need to know how I edit these videos. And so this is how I edit my videos when I'm driving in the car. So I got my little power bank, and that charges my MacBook Air, which is the new M1, which is highly efficient. So that's how that's possible to do. And then, it turns out when I'm speaking in Spanish, I just take way too long to explain even the most simple things. Or maybe I'm more charismatic. I'm not sure, but I'm kind of astounded by how long this is taking me. But that's my little office. So I am still talking here, and I don't have a clue what I am still talking about. But I guess, if you're still watching this, then that might be somewhat valuable for you. And here I am. This is actually a cool shot. I'm in the desert in Mexico on the way to San Miguel de Allende, surrounded by mountains. And so this is actually a shot that I did a voiceover on in Spanish because the wind was blowing so hard. So it was windy, it was dry, really dusty, and there was a little, that's what department we're in. And man, I can't believe how long I talk. I guess this is a good thing. I don't know if it's a good thing. And then there's a bunch of cactuses, so cacti, you would say, and then a dude. And so this is us showing up to San Miguel de Allende. Funny story about this shot that we got. The first time that we were trying to do it, we rolled up on a speed bump and it went pretty fast, and the shot didn't work out at all. But this time I was being a lot more careful. And so cobblestone streets, lots of nice architecture, and man, I can't believe I talk so much. I like the vibe here is what I'm saying. It's nice weather. Makes it feel like you're on vacation a lot more. So I was stoked to be arriving. And then my buddy Johannes showed up. And so, what's up, Johannes? Say hi to the people for me. And he's like, yeah, I'm Johannes. I'm half Colombian, half Norwegian, and I like Mexico. That's pretty much what he says here. He flew in from Medellin all the way to see the city of Mexico, where he caught a bus. So he'd been pretty exhausted. We've been hanging out pretty much this whole time, making videos and stuff. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, this trip's going to be awesome. But, I've decided that I'm going to get this video dialogue for all of its entirety, and that sounds pretty difficult. So this is a scene where you can tell that I definitely need to get a gimbal for my camera. I think I'm going to start making my B-roll with my iPhone, because that does have a stabilizer. And then there I am with my buddies, Johannes, Nico. That's the church in San Miguel de Allende. It's actually a very beautiful church. That scene is kind of crappy, but it's what we're working with. And I'm like, yeah, I really like this place, man. Yeah, so there's a good shot of the church. Somewhat worthwhile. If you got anything out of this whole blog, me at that church might have been worthwhile. And here I am just walking, probably talking about something that really doesn't matter. I can't believe that I'm still talking and that this scene is still going on. But I can see that coming up soon, you'll be able to see some street tacos, which will be worth your while. Okay, so I'm just talking about cobblestone streets here. I think I'm very redundant, and I don't know what my deal is, but I still have not ended this scene yet. Bad editing on my part. There they are. There's the tacos. Look at them tacos. Them some real tacos. And the fascinating thing about these tacos is every little one of these tacos was, 25 cents each. Yeah, so 25 cents a taco. If you compare that to the United States, where it's $2 a taco, it's just it's fascinating. That's what Johannes was thinking. He was fascinated. I was fascinating. And we ended up eating 15 tacos, me and Nico. And then Johannes had I don't know, not as much. But hope you enjoy the blog. Subscribe.